They saw this one.
They're looking as good as anything in Europe again, but Manchester United still have some catching up to do here in England. The welcome is even warmer than usual at the Valley these days. Charlton just can't buy a victory here. So Robbie Mustoe is drafted into midfield for the first time since signing from Middlesbrough, and Sean Bartlett takes over from Johansson in attack. More problems for Manchester United. Ruud van Nistelrooy's tight hamstring keeps him on the bench. Sylvestre's sore knee and Veron's high temperature keep them out. But Paul Scholes returns just 18 days after knee surgery as an attacking foil for Ole Solskjaer, with Diego Forlan on the right and David Beckham at the heart of the midfield. This month's Manchester United away shirts are white. The month of September has yielded no goals and just 1 point from the 3 games that Charlton have played so far. Jason Euell quickly trying to do something about that very quickly. 13 seconds, almost unlucky for Manchester United. He caught it well and it missed Fabian Barthez's left-hand post by inches rather than feet. O'Shea to Solskjaer, now Scholes, Giggs chasing down the centre, but instead Solskjaer has been picked out. First touch just a little heavy. Jonathan Fortune was able to run Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out of play because he didn't bring the ball under his spell immediately. The Scholes had 2 runners there, Giggs to his left and Solskjaer to his right. Ferdinand away to O'Shea. Forlan. Buck made a run forward, creating this space for Giggs. Forlan joining in again. Buck to Beckham. Forlan was looking for a free kick. Forlan back on his feet. Beckham into Giggs, on to Scholes, beautifully worked. Ooh, denied on the goal line by Rufus. Paul Scholes almost marking his comeback with a goal. Beautifully worked goal it would have been too, but full marks to Rufus in behind his goalkeeper Kiely. September didn't start very well for Manchester United either, but in the last 10 days they have won 3 games. On to Bartlett, no flag. Chance here for Sean Bartlett. Saved by the right foot of Fabian Barthez, who was exposed there as Charlton Athletic broke quickly. Sean Bartlett, who marked his home debut with a couple of goals against Manchester United a couple of years back, was definitely onside. But Barthez got his angles right. Beckham. Scholes got it back from Giggs. Solskjaer is wide left, O'Shea wide right. This is Forlan, now Butt. Solskjaer has come infield, but it's charged down by the arms of Robbie Mustoe, who claims he was acting in self-defence. Dean Kiely has to prepare himself for the likelihood of a David Beckham blast. Picking his spot. Here comes Beckham. Oh, it wasn't very far away either. Well, nobody bends it quite like him. And if anything, he just bent that a little bit too much. Kiely probably had it covered. Interesting for the England manager to see his captain playing a more central role. And he can discuss it with the Beckham family. Bending the ears of Beckham too. Throw-in conceded by Ferdinand. Jensen. Robinson has made a run into the box. He's found Bartlett! He knows what a good chance it was. Very intelligent run by John Robinson from that right flank to set up Sean Bartlett. Manchester United didn't really react to that, but Bartlett couldn't react as he wanted to the half chance which presented itself. Pitch here is in very good condition, but it's quite firm and the bounce was quite high. Forlan. Charged down by Rufus. The outcome will be a Manchester United corner. Diego Forlan continues to believe in his own ability to score goals. Both Ferdinand and Blanc are inside the penalty area, and John O'Shea's there too. Beckham takes. Turned away by Bartlett, deep in defence. Manchester United left back for the moment is one Fabian Barthez, moving up into midfield. O'Shea and Ferdinand rather got in each other's way. Barthez is making his way back. Urging John Fortune to try his luck from 80 yards or so. It's a better alternative. Another game run by Robinson. Linking up with Jensen. He's all alone here, Jensen. Oh, he doesn't need anybody. Fantastic individual goal by Jensen. And Charlton Athletic's first goal in nearly a month is against Manchester United. Overdue, but overjoyed. Well, Jensen had no choice. There wasn't another red shirt in sight. Once he'd been fed by John Robinson, he had to go it alone. But he had the ability to drift wide of Ferdinand and then steer an early shot wide of Barthez. He scored a marvellous individual goal against Arsenal last season, and now he scored one against Manchester United, who trail at the Valley. Arsenal are the standard setters at the moment, and 2 weeks ago they won here with something to spare and without conceding a goal. Manchester United have now done that to Jensen. But be warned, exactly a year ago, Manchester United in London trailed 3-0 at half-time at White Hart Lane and won. This one's far from over.
The Premiership on ITV, sponsored by Coca-Cola.
Charlton Athletic have taken a grand total of 2 points off Manchester United in their 3 seasons of Premiership football. Their last victory in the fixture came when they were squatting at Selhurst Park nearly 13 years ago. Manchester United picking up where they left off by giving the ball away rather needlessly and inviting Charlton to come at them. Beckham back there. Fouled by Bartlett. Remember him coming on in the FA Cup at Villa Park back in January when Manchester United was struggling. Super sub that there with a couple of goals. Needs something. Euell. Been too many misunderstandings between the men in red. Solskjaer's flick. Giggs. Scholes is forward. Giggs into Scholes! Comeback goal for Paul Scholes. Comeback by Manchester United. It's 1-1. Less than 3 weeks after lying on a surgeon's slab, Paul Scholes announces his return with a well-taken goal. Solskjaer flicking Giggs into space, and Scholes just hanging back of the defenders, finding some space, and Giggs finding him. Paul Scholes' first Premiership goal of the season, and it's the first Premiership goal that Manchester United have scored from open play in their last 4 games. And if the goal was bad enough news for Charlton Athletic, here comes some more. Forlan is replaced by Nistelrooy, who felt his hamstring at half-time in Leverkusen on Tuesday, but has started every other game for Manchester United this season. Jensen. Now Powell. Bartlett the target, headed down towards Jensen, might come for Konchesky. Jensen again. Neville lets it run for Barthez. Barthez had to run to reach it. Blanc striding forward. Solskjaer. Both teams looking for maximum points. Beckham waiting O'Shea's arrival. Crossed in towards Giggs. He's an underrated header of the ball, Ryan Giggs. Made a terrific run there to the near post. It was on this ground 2 years ago that Ryan Giggs treated us to a marvellous piece of skill when he hit the post from nearly 50 yards. It resulted in a goal for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in a marvellous 3-3 match. He is capable of the extraordinary Giggs. Back in there by Mustoe. This time it comes off ball for Bartlett. Ferdinand away, and only just cleared a wave of red shirts that were descending upon the ball. Giggs though to Scholes, blink of an eye. It's at the other end with Manchester United threatening, and Scholes finding Giggs. And Van Nistelrooy was waiting, but somehow Fortune and Rufus combined. It's a good opening. Jensen looking beyond O'Shea for Robinson. He nearly found him too. O'Shea surviving the supporters' penalty appeal. No shout from Robinson himself. The 3 teams that have won here this season were all in the top 4 of the Premiership table this morning. Some consolation for Alan Kirbishley, knowing that he's only got to face the 8th place team today. Van Nistelrooy breaking clear. Real opportunities. Ryan Giggs. He's wolfed past Kiely and taken his time to pick his spot and maybe win this match for Manchester United. Deadly on the counter. Substitute Ruud van Nistelrooy makes his impact. And Ryan Giggs takes the goal. Clever little header on, nobody went with Van Nistelrooy. Charlton suddenly opened up, suddenly outnumbered inside their own penalty area. And Ryan Giggs coolly, typically, took his chance inside the last 10 minutes. And Manchester United have come from behind. Konchesky, tossed forward towards Bartlett. Now it'll run for Robinson. Helped on towards Johansson. Got the shot away. Now was it deflected off Ferdinand? Yes, it was. And Charlton Athletic have a late corner here. And all is not lost for them. Jensen will take the resulting corner. Konchesky unable to make contact. Robinson looking to get into position to toss in another cross. Has to come back to Kishishev. Headed down by Bartlett, but headed out by Bartlett, and Manchester United can break, and they outnumber Charlton on this break. It's Solskjaer, it's all to his right. Giggs has stayed onside. Van Nistelrooy's there, Scholes is there, Solskjaer's there. It's going to be Van Nistelrooy. It is 3-1 to Manchester United. 3 second-half goals have done the trick. Ruud van Nistelrooy has come from the substitutes bench to score the third of them, having set up the second themselves. Giggs just onside there. Charlton overcommitted in their attempts to chase the game. Have the game snatched cruelly away from them by 2 Manchester United goals inside the final 10 minutes. It's another comeback victory in London for Van Nistelrooy and company. It's his first Premiership goal from open play this season. A 4th straight home defeat for Charlton Athletic. A 4th straight win for Manchester United. That doesn't tell the whole story, but a year on from one of the greatest comebacks across London at White Hart Lane, Manchester United have made capital of their skill and speed on the break again to gain a victory that their title hopes sorely needed. Charlton won up at half-time, beaten 3-1 in the end. Have you ever played with a player quite like Ryan Giggs?
Well, it's the best player you can dream of to play with. I mean, if you see what he does today, he just decides the game on his own, and we can go away with 3 points here.
Once we put Ruud van Nistelrooy on, it made an incredible difference to our team.
In what sense?
Well, his sheer presence and his running ability, his movement off the ball, it's a handful for anyone.
Did you feel that that result was a little harsh on you in any way?
I think so. I'm sure most people would agree. I mean, I've been talking to Alex in there, and you know, I couldn't see the win coming for them. Perhaps they got on top in the second half, and perhaps you couldn't see us winning it. But I couldn't see us getting beat, and the manner we've been beat does hurt. It's
not the end of September yet, but you didn't want to be giving Arsenal 9 points start, did you?
Well, you don't want to get anyone to start, really. But in September, that has happened in the past. It's happened many times we've come from behind. And I think the important thing is you can see the resilience of the team. They never give in, and we played some fantastic football at times. And when you've got these qualities, you must have a great chance.
Well, we were praising Van Nistelrooy and Giggs on Tuesday night in Germany, Ali. Same again?
Absolutely top class. I mean, we spoke earlier on about Henry's value for Arsenal, but Van Nistelrooy, I mean, he'll have to get wrapped in cotton wool between games because he's different class just now. He really is. But his performance with Giggs again second half, I thought Charlton did play reasonably well first half, and Alan Curbis is right to mention that. At the same time, I thought United deserved it in their second half performance. But Giggs and Van Nistelrooy, I mean, there's 2 great players with a great knowledge of the game and learning about each other and knowing where to go. Giggs makes a great run again inside here. Now, the problem here is his cross should have been low and hard, and Van Nistelrooy knows it. Look, the hand's got him, he tells him. He knows. It's only a matter of time. And I've got my own theory on this, Des. I think goal scorers tend to be the best crossers of the ball because they know where and when they want to receive it. And there you are, there's a pass from Van Nistelrooy.
Lovely dummy, wasn't it?
Great dummy, a great dummy. The timing of the pass was perfect, and Giggs finished it off superbly well. But this is a super goal, and it sums up Van Nistelrooy's value to United for me. Solskjaer breaks the right, and we're going to stop Van Nistelrooy here and have a look at him. Watch, there he is. He's got the hand up, Des. He's pointing out to the right wing to Giggs. He should take that ball probably and take it himself, but he doesn't want it. He wants to get in the box and position himself. A nice crossover involving Solskjaer and Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy peels to the back post. Good cross with the right foot, has to be said, and there's only one place that's ending up. That there is a top-class player at the moment playing at the top of his game.
Based on the standards they've set Manchester United over seasons, do you think they are short of one top-class striker? And as you say, if Van Nistelrooy was injured, where do they go, really? They don't look quite the same, anything like the same side without him.
Well, I'll tell you the point I would make, and I'm sure, I think Andy will probably agree. I think we saw the real value of Van Nistelrooy to Manchester United actually in the second half over in Leverkusen when he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
I thought first half he was superb, and they just didn't look the same team without him.
See them going into the market when transfers are allowed again?
Possibly. I mean, it's not a nice thought for them to think they might, if they were to lose Van Nistelrooy, Forlan, yet still, as much as everyone wants to see him do it, doesn't quite look like he's going to produce the goal. So there's possibly room for them to buy.
Because when you think about it, they used to have Cole and York, just a bit before Sheringham as well.
They had some real top-class players ready to come in if someone wasn't doing the business. And at the moment, perhaps they're not quite as strong as that.
OK, now what about Charlton in that performance? I mean, you know, the manager thought they played pretty well, and they did. They started superbly, but they can't get a point at home.
No, and home form will be everything to them at the end of this season. I mean, I think there are teams that are worse than Charlton is. I really do. I believe that they're good enough to stay up, but they're going to have to start doing it soon, because that 10-game spell is where you start to really gauge how your season's going to go. And after 8, they're lying second bottom, so they're going to need to improve pretty quick.
Perhaps you're not the right one to answer this, having been a Rangers player, but if you can't get a point at home, it must be daunting for
I think teams that are struggling for points have got to pick up their points at home. Having said that, they've been beaten second half by a good side. I thought first half they did fairly well. They played reasonably well. They scored the goal, and it wasn't against the run of play. Euell started well, Bartlett started well. I think it's only a matter of time they start getting a few goals.
OK, chaps, thank you very much.